Well, if you have very active kids, a chiropractor can help them in many ways.
The one and only Dr. Tiffany Johnson joins us this morning from Healing Touch Chiropractic to talk about why it's good to check out and see if you need a pediatric chiropractor. Say that 10 times fast. Pediatric chiropractor.
She could.
Doc, welcome to the show.
If anyone could, I'm going to guess you could.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Great.
Good.
Good. Well, I'm going to start with sports just because it's, well, anybody who really knows me knows I kind of live and die sports. It is EDC regional basketball tournament. Well, we're getting into state, region, state B. And so a lot of people, they mistake chiropractic and sports with injury. And I just did a Facebook Live on this. Hey, every time I'm on here, it forces me to do a Facebook Live.
That's
Nice.
good.
Props. Anyway, I talked about sports in a different way because I see a ton of kids with sports because I have a huge passion for it. A ton of kids that struggle with immune system and behavioral. Okay, those are the really, really big ones. And to take it from like a shoulder injury or an ankle sprain to why does somebody need to see a chiropractor when they're playing sports is very much to do with the mental, emotional, and physical strain that it puts on them. So I see a lot of athletes that struggle with anxiety in sports because, well, if they have committed their life to perform on a court or a field or what have you, and all of a sudden they are so anxious that they can't perform, it affects their whole life. So it not only affects their performance and their identity, but who they hang around, how they're seen in their mind, and that's when that emotional and mental stressor kind of sets in. So looking at not only about an ankle sprain, that's how I got into chiropractic actually. I had chronic ankle sprains. She kept me on the court. I played high school, college ball. Anytime I tweaked it, I went straight into her. I had no idea though what else it could do. So if I think like now, the pressure of kids in sports and athletes is ginormous. And coming into this season, that's why I decided to talk about it first. It's not just about the injury, but every physical injury starts with a mental and emotional issue. So we typically put a ton of pressure on ourselves, right? We don't sleep as well then. Our mental and emotional space is a little bit mixed up. So I wanted to bring that in a little bit just based on the season. It's March Madness. Today, right? Is it March 1st? What's the date?
It's March 1st.
Yeah.
It hasn't started yet, though,
No,
right?
I know,
Okay,
but it's
yes.
March.
You get excited for
High
it.
school, college,
Start
sports.
working on your bracket.
I know, exactly. High school, college brackets first. And then, you know, looking at, so in all the time that I've been on here, there's a lot of people that will say, well, my kid doesn't have seizures necessarily. Why would I need to see a chiropractor? Or my kid hasn't had, I don't know, surgery or ear tubes or what have you. And so I like to be able to share stories of, you know, I'm not like a fact science girl, but I want to share stories of what I see in the office. And like, then like how does that relate to people's life and their philosophy of how they want health to be? So do we need to take a break and then I can talk about that when we come back?
I think that's a good place to take a break. And I know that there's even hockey tournaments, and as you said, there's so much stress built around these kids and their activities they're doing. So we'll have more on that when we come back.